one of the interesting insights for me always has been that we have always thought through that hey, speed doesn't matter for people who have high speed access. Uh, while building LinkedIn Lite, one of the humbling insights was that hey, speed matters for everyone. Even if you are able to load something from 2 seconds to 1 second, it is actually helpful for users. So, and oftentimes the speed or performance is thought as a second class citizen when we are building products. I would say having built a product that was just speed and nothing else, or just performance, I would always say that hey, it matters and it matters a lot more than what we can potentially think of. So while we are building things, we should always have a core pillar on how performant the product is, how fast the product is responding to users' needs. It's very, very important because even though the data access has been sort of democratized with the launch of Geo and all, what at least we see is that the 90th percentile speeds are still very low because of pure congestion. Like if you are traveling on ORR or the kind of jams that we are seeing, your internet is not going to give you 1 Mbps kind of speeds. It will be few hundred kbps speeds, and that's where optimizing things of what we are building will be super critical for building for India specifically, and even for the world. That has been one of the learnings. The second learning I would say has been is that hey, often when you would actually look into things at a superficial level, they may seem different, but when you go in detail, you will have to sort of realize what is the core problem that you are trying to solve, what is the core challenge that you are trying to solve. For example, we were working on the premium sort of scale up for India. Or I'll actually give this, I'll give a simpler example. LinkedIn had launched in India and we were looking at, hey, how do we optimize the product for India? So during the onboarding process, LinkedIn used to ask your school. School in the States is basically your college, your degree college, while in India, a school is a school. And what we realized was a lot of people were entering their schools, like literally 10th or 12th standard schools. And LinkedIn was using this to sort of optimize the friend recommendations and things like that. And what we started looking at was, hey, a lot of new schools were getting added, and we were not able to recommend things because people were just looking at their pl- plus two schools. That's where we said, hey, let's change it to college. That's just one word change actually changed the entire onboarding process for us. People started putting their colleges, they started getting their friends recommended, and the network started growing stronger. Similarly, what the problem that LinkedIn sort of recognized was, hey, people were just active when they were finding when they were looking for jobs. And LinkedIn two-sided marketplace. We also have recruiters who are active on a LinkedIn recruiter as well as on LinkedIn platform itself. So if the job seekers are not active, or even if the passive job seekers are not active, they are not going to be sort of active for recruiter messages also. Hence, there was a conscious pivot that was taken that hey, we will actually optimize for user engagement, because the entire thing was that we are not a job seeking portal. We are actually a portal where you can be more productive through your connections. And how do you be more productive through your connections? Is by interacting with your connections. And that's where the whole focus on engagement sort of was brought about.